welcome back to Let's Talk. My name is John, and today here on the channel we have another member review for you guys. So if you guys join the director's tier of our channel memberships, you too could have anything you guys want reviewed here on the channel. There really are no limitations. And today, Kevin Kruger's next requested review was Jared from Subway, Catching a Monster. This was a 3-part docu-series that originally aired in March of 2023. I believe it was released simultaneously on Max and also on Discovery TV, so you're able to check it out that way. And you know what? When Kevin told me that this is what he wanted reviewed, I actually wanted to review this because I was pretty interested in the story. I remember when this all went down back in 2015, and I don't remember even diving too far into it, but if you were around from the early 2000s to the mid-2010s, you knew who Jared Fogle was. He was the Subway guy who managed to lose 245 pounds by eating a turkey delight for lunch and a veggie delight for dinner. And on top of that, with working out, he was able to lose that much weight, and it fascinated so many people. The United States alone was just infatuated with this person, and he was able to turn this into a career being a spokesperson for Subway, becoming an inspirational speaker who was able to lose that much weight and turn their life around. But what we didn't know was in the shadows, he was using his fame to become a child predator. He's basically using this career to just basically abuse children until about 2015 when he was finally caught. And what this docuseries is diving into is his criminal history, how this all started back in 2007 when Rochelle Herman tipped off the FBI to the fact that Jared Fogle was making lewd comments to her about how he was interested in being with children, being as low as 6 or 7 years old, and this haunted her, scared her, and essentially pretty much ruined her life is what this docuseries is diving into. They also have interviews with 2 girls who were the stepdaughters of Jared Fogle's accomplice, what they had to go through as well. I don't want to spoil that because it really is important for you to see this docuseries and just see what famous people are able to get away with. Like, it took them 8 years to finally catch this guy despite being tipped off in 2007. Who knows if they would have intervened in like 07, 08, how much less victims there would have been. And it will really frustrate you to hear this because we've always known that famous people live above the law, that money will actually get you the best defense. And I understand that the FBI needed to build a case against this guy, but it took a really, really long time for this monster to finally get caught. And thankfully he actually did, but it does make you get aggravated with the fact that it took this long. And the story itself, I think it's very well structured through this docu-series. I would have preferred it to be like edited down a little bit. They do kind of go too much, I think, into the background of Rochelle Herman's life and a couple other people who they have interviews with. I think they go too far into the backgrounds of everything that happened before this, and they kind of lose their focus a little bit along the way as far as an editing standpoint goes. And this can feel like a very generic made-for-TV docu-series, especially if you've gotten used to like what Netflix and Hulu and all these other streamers have been doing with their docu-series lately, and they become more cinematic and a little bit more focused, and they put a lot more money into it, especially like this when we're doing like the recreations of stuff, you know, the B-roll footage, all that could seem a little bit low budget, a little bit cheesy, but I still think it's very, very, very well made, and I think it's an important story to be told. I actually saw a lot of terrible comments during my research about Rochelle Herman saying that she was just wanting her 15 minutes of fame and they spent too much time focusing on her in this documentary. I disagree with that. So many people, including the FBI, have corroborated her story and said that this is exactly what happened. Even on the Wikipedia page, they said that she tipped them off. They have the recordings on this. So for people to be dragging her name through the mud as the main focus of this docuseries is a little bit disappointing from a humanity standpoint. We got to stop victim shaming here in this country. Like, what she went through is absolutely horrible. And to get on her because she doesn't seem believable is very frustrating, especially when you look up the evidence and realize everything she's saying is 110% the truth. For people to say she's lying, it's just like, you didn't do your research. You're just kind of speaking out of the side of your mouth. I can understand not liking the structure of the docuseries and saying that they focus too much on her. I understand that criticism. Maybe you wanted a more straightforward laying out the case against Jared Fogle, but that stuff is all in here. I would have liked personally if they would have wrapped it up a little bit better with a nicer bow on it, but that's all minor complaints. I still think that this is a pretty solid docuseries in the world where we get one of these every single week, essentially. In the world of true crime podcasts, you know, there probably are more focused podcasts out there, but for a straightforward docuseries that you can watch right now at home on your couch, I think that this one is pretty damn fascinating, and it also get under your skin, get you pissed off at the world. It really is something that, you know, I understand it's a very uncomfortable by nature, and they make sure to warn you about that. Some of the stuff you're going to hear is going to disgust you, and I guess that's by intention because you are supposed to understand that these monsters are out there, and people who are rich and famous, they get to live above the law essentially for a longer time than the regular Joe, and they're able to actually pull off these crimes almost without stress, and it will aggravate the shit out of you. And thank God they eventually caught this monster, but because of our judicial system again, he's able to get a plea deal, and he only gets 15 and a half years in prison. So eventually this guy will be out of jail. You know, if it was anybody else, they'd be locked away forever, but because of who he is, the money he has, he's able to actually swing this into, basically out of the people who were convicted in these crimes, he gets the least amount of time. And from what I could see, he was the guy pulling all the strings to make everyone manipulate the world to work around him because he was the guy with the money. All that stuff is just absolutely disgusting. It will frustrate the hell out of you. And that's the intention of this. So if you were like me and you didn't know too much about the Jared Fogle case, I think that you should check this docuseries out. If you already know about it and you've read the Wikipedia article, all of that is in here, but you will get a little bit more conversations with other people that were there for the time. And I think it's important to see. Is it enjoyable? No, it's not the most enjoyable docuseries, but that is the intention. You're not supposed to enjoy something like this. You're supposed to be gathering as much information as you can and try and understand what is going on and what happened in this case. And for that, in the world of great true crime docuseries, I think this is one that kind of is in the middle of the pack as far as the production value goes, but it is still an important story that I think should be heard. So thank you, Kevin Kruger, for recommending this docuseries to me. I really do appreciate it, buddy. And if you guys want to join the ranks with him, don't forget to hit that join button or click the link in the description below. But guys, it's also Monday, and that means it's time for our digital code giveaway. So I'm going to kick this over to Future John right now, where he's going to spin that magic wheel and pick our 2 lucky winners. That is correct. It is Monday, and that means it's time for our digital code giveaway. Every single video that we put out on Friday, we're going to ask you guys 2 digital code giveaway questions. All you got to do is answer one of those in the comment section below, and as long as you did that, you came back to this video like we do every single Monday. We put your name on a magic wheel. We spin that bad boy 2 times. The 2 names it lands on, they have their choice of the digital codes that you've seen on your screen before you today. And I was really glad to see that you guys had a lot of fun with this week's question. I had a lot of fun with it too. Maybe I'll try and ask some more fun questions like that. I asked you guys, what was your favorite Thanksgiving food? And what was your favorite holiday film? Any holiday. And I actually got some pretty creative answers. Only one person picked a holiday that wasn't either Thanksgiving, Halloween, or Christmas. One person picked Spectre for Cinco de Mayo. I thought that was awesome. Really thinking outside the box. Because Spectre really does have one of the best like Day of the Dead scenes, which also ties into Coco as well. So there were some really great answers as far as that goes. And I was really surprised. I think the winner as far as Thanksgiving foods go would actually go to stuffing, which is awesome because stuffing is actually one of my favorite foods. Really, it goes mac and cheese, stuffing, and then mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, something in that general area. You know, you can't have Thanksgiving without that. Obviously, you need the turkey. So I was really surprised to see what everyone was picking, and every single one of you guys picked something delicious. We even covered all the desserts like pumpkin pie. I actually had some sweet potato pie last night with some extra creamy whipped cream on it. Mwah, so good. So yeah, I can really appreciate the Thanksgiving foods. Thanksgiving is actually this week, so gearing up to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles like I do every single year. You know, that's a Thanksgiving tradition before we move into Christmas films. But enough of me rambling on. Let's spin this magic wheel and see who our 2 lucky winners are. Wheel spin coming up. Alright, Peter Flickinger. Alright, Pete, gonna remove your name. Spin again. Alright, Shane S. Alright, congratulations Peter Flickinger and Shane S. This isn't Shane's first win. Shane's actually been entering the digital code giveaway. He might have been one of the first people to put their names on the wheel. We had over 75 names this week, I believe, which is the most we've ever had, or at least close to it. Where back then, you know, we were lucky if we got 4 or 5 names on the wheel. So we've definitely come a long way in the digital code giveaway, and I want to thank each and every one of you for entering into the digital code giveaway. If you didn't win this week, don't feel too bad. We will be doing that again this very week. This Friday, I'll have my review for Oppenheimer on 4K Blu-ray. That's where I'll ask this week's 2 digital code giveaway questions. And for Peter and Shay, don't forget to reach out to me at my email address, letstalkentmt@gmail.com, or you can always reach me at Twitter/ask, Facebook, Instagram, direct message me and let me know which of the digital codes you want. As long as the other winner didn't take it, that digital code is all yours. And if you enter the digital code giveaway and you don't see your name on the magic wheel, then you also are the winner of a digital code and you can reach out to me as well. But I will have to check the wheel to make sure your name is on it because I know it can get really stuffed up now. Those slices are getting very, very thin. So definitely pause the wheel, see if your name is on it. And we're actually going to have a lot of reviews up for you guys this week. I'm going to have 4K reviews for The Fugitive, Mean Streets, and I'm also going to have a movie review for either Saltburn or Napoleon this upcoming Saturday. So we got plenty of reviews coming out for you guys this Thanksgiving week. So don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or if you want to support the channel financially, we also have channel memberships that our 3 producers have already clicked on, and I want to thank them right now: John Del Juggalo, Jason Martin, and Frank Rodriguez. And I also want to thank our channel director who actually picked this video that we reviewed here today, Kevin Kruger. Thank you guys all so much for being channel members. Also want to thank the people who are under the Friends of the Channel tier. If you guys want to join the ranks with them, click that join button or click the link in the description below. We really appreciate any support you guys could give us. But don't worry, all we would ask for really is just a like, a subscribe, getting out in those streets, and telling your friends about us. And then we will be seeing you around.